Hey, what's up guys? You got Crave here with a short video for the, and supplementary video to the Assassination Rogue guide I did about a week ago. So it's nothing really too in-depth. It's really just meant to enhance what I showed you in the guide. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the rupture refresh time. But before that, I also want to stress that it is very important that you do cast your rupture with max CPs. So whether or not you have your rogue set at 5 max or 6 max, it always has to be at max CPs. Now, it's really important to keep it up 100% of the time whenever you can. Ad switching can be, make that tough, but if you can keep it up 100% of the time, that is supposed to be your goal. Now, in terms of refreshing rupture, you do have either 7 or 8 seconds of a window time to refresh it, so that will depend on the max amount of combo points you have, which will also depend on the talent choices you make. So it's if it's for 5 combo points, then it should ideally be around 7 seconds. And if you have 6 combo points max, then it should be ideally around 8 seconds. So it's not in the 7 or 8 second mark that you have to refresh rupture, but within the window. So what happens here is that if you refresh within the window, you just simply carry over the remaining time of rupture to the new rupture. So it's very important to keep that in mind. You do not want to refresh rupture midway through the whole duration of rupture, as that would waste the time of the initial rupture. So again, it's either 7 or 8 seconds depending on the number of max combo points for your rogue. Now, Vanish is an important ability that you have, not just to escape mechanics or to sort of help your group, to help you avoid repair bills, but really because of the Night Stalker buff, it will boost the rupture damage that you can put out. So it's very it's really obvious, especially in high priority targets. Boss targets, you won't notice it so much, but unless you're looking at the meters, which I will not advise you to do, as you got to focus on DPSing your, or damaging your target down. But in high priority targets, the ones that you can really burst down, you will notice the way the health just ticks down, especially if you're the main damage dealer for that high priority mob. Now, it's really just ridiculous damage, especially if you do this within the Vendetta window. So if you have Vendetta up, you do your Vanish thing with your Night Stalker buff, your Rupture is just going to do so much damage. And on that note, if you can get relics that really just, since I mentioned Vendetta, if you can just get relics that lower Vendetta cooldown with pretty high eye level, that would really be just so much better. Now, in the guide that I did, I mentioned Exsanguinate as the only talent choice that you had. Now, actually, Agonizing Pain is another strong talent, mainly because, I brought this up mainly because someone asked me, I think posted a question on whether Agonizing Pain is a good pick, and someone also messaged me about it. Actually, it's not bad. I guess I just prefer the Exsanguinate playstyle. It doesn't mean it's optimal going for Exsanguinate. Agonizing is pretty good too. In fact, I've seen some posts on high-level rogues going this route. So they pick Agonizing Pain over the Exsanguinate build. And I really haven't tested it, but it might be better at higher item levels to go Agonizing Pain. I suppose that because of the modifier to Agonizing Pain, that high mastery and very high crit levels will allow you to have higher Envenom uptime, which leads to an increased chance to apply Agonizing Pain, and eventually just making it easier for you to maintain that 5-stack buff. Now, it's really important that you maintain that 5-stack buff if you do go Agonizing Pain. It means basically you're dealing 20% more damage overall, in addition to other buffs like Elaborate Planning and Vendetta and, well, stuff like that. Now, those were the really 3 important things I wanted to mention to you guys as a follow-up to the Rogue guide I did. And like I mentioned, it's going to be a short video. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about Master Poisoner. So it's not very strong in most scenarios where you are in a group. But, part of being a rogue, part of sort of powering up your rogue, you do have to do some world quests. And they can be grindy. I honestly don't like the way things are right now, especially when it relates to artifact power. It feels so grindy. But anyway, that's a different topic. But if you can, before leaving Dalaran or you're in the rested area, make sure to switch over to Master Poisoner. I know it has a small benefit, especially go if you go with leeching poison, but it's really important. If you have to sometimes solo some of those mobs or some of those world bosses which have about 8 to 10 million health, it is possible to take them down, but with the leeching poison it just makes things so much easier. So don't forget, don't just stick to one talent pick. If you can, make sure to go with other things that will make life just basically easier for you. You can also try out Master Poisoner in PvP if all you want to do is enhance the wound poison mechanic, or you basically want to apply more of the crippling effect to your enemy targets. However, if you want to kill someone, I think elaborate planning might be a better pick in PvP. But of course, since I'm not really, I'm just actually just started last week to PvP, and I'm not very good yet. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention Master Poisoner if you do want to slow your target a little bit more and maybe get a little bit more out of the reduced healing effect for your target. But that's just an additional thing I wanted to mention for this video. And like I said, it's a short video. Ideally, I wanted to make this a 5 type tips video. If you've seen my other content, I do like the number 5. I don't know why. Why not 10? Why not another number? But I do like 5. Recently, I've been doing a lot of that. But yeah, so it really just is meant to help you guys out, especially if you are considering the Assassination Rogue as a spec. Yeah, so I hope you found this useful. Let me know in the comment section below what other tips you might have for me, for others who might be interested in the spec. And yeah, so this has been Crave. Thanks for watching.